Fleeters, welcome back to my channel. Here we are on the Heroes Highway, that is East Bank Bypass Road at this intersection. Just wanted to show you what's happening. New developments here in Houston. So since the last time I was in this neck of the woods, I see Neil and Massey gas products is added. Some signs, road signs. This one says East Bank Public Road, Diamond Housing Scheme, and he has a Massive Products sign. Now what I want you to notice is the font, right? So it's about attention to detail. That's a sign that says Rome. The next village is Rome. And on the other side of that sign, it says Houston. I'll show you that. But what I want to draw your attention to is the sign, the font on these signs. Now if you drive on the highways in North America, one of the things you can't miss is all the signs, the green and white signs. Right, this road now goes all the way through to East Bank. Right, remember that from the start when they were building this, when this road was just a dam with bush all over it. Now it's been completed, and I remember in the process I explained absence of turning lanes. Here's a car that's trying to turn, has to stop in the middle of the divide. They haven't fixed that problem yet, right? There are no turning lanes. So they've built a road. They've put up, since the last time we were here, they've put up a bar across the road. Probably should have a traffic light, but in fact what they have is traffic cameras, right? These are traffic cameras that have been installed. But as I was saying, if you were to drive on some of the highways in North America, I-75 in Georgia or 95, I-95, that says Houston. I-95 from Boston to San Francisco, you would see road signs, right? But what you would also notice is that there's a font that is used for the road signs, and that font is consistent all along as you move from state to state. That attention to detail still has not yet caught on in Guyana, because as you can see, the signage that is being installed here is inconsistent. So we are trying to catch up to standards, international standards. The problem is that this sign this road sign does not have the same font, right? So that means it is inconsistent, and it's not easy to read those signs, because this sign, for example, has a different font and it's easy to read. That is attention to detail that's missing in new construction and new development in Guyana. Now, people who are not conscious of this are leaving comments in underneath these videos criticizing my observations. A lot of these people simply do not have the ability to appreciate why the society is so organized. These people living in North America, living in the US and Canada, don't appreciate why the society is so organized. The level of detail, the level of attention to detail, the building codes that emphasize safety and reliability and high quality. All of that stems from a high level of attention to detail. And unless you are conscious of this detail that goes into planning and constructing a society, then you will take it for granted, right? Guyana is going to develop, but the outcome is not going to be the same as you have in North America, in Toronto, New York, and San Francisco, and LA, and Miami, and Atlanta. You're not going to get the same effect because of the lack of attention to detail. And that's what I'm pointing out in this video and on these videos, that in fact the National Bureau of Standards needs to oversee these signs. These road signs are not just haphazardly put up by people who are sponsoring these signs. In other words, this is not about the companies that are building the signs for advertising purposes. In other words, it's not about Neil and Massey or about shops, right? Shops referring to this complex. It's a series of, it's like an outlet mall, right? It's like an outlet mall. You can see they're actually building new buildings. They're actually constructing new buildings in this compound, similar to the ones that are at the other end. But the signs that are being put up are not necessarily following standards set by the National Bureau of Standards. And the reason, and that in fact is what I'm pointing out. Right, that's what I'm pointing out here in this video. And why in fact you find in a lot of these videos I'm commenting on the quality. Because if you don't pay attention to the quality as you build out, as you build up, what you end up with is a haphazard development. So you're going to get new buildings, but they're inconsistent in their quality and safety. You're going to get new roads, but they're inconsistent in their quality, like this one which has no turning lanes. You're going to get road signs, people putting up road signs, but they're varying fonts, so they're not all readable because each sign is being done differently. It's as if they're actually determining from one sign to the next, depending on which company is sponsoring that road sign. They're deciding how to construct the sign, the size of the font, and the type of font being used. That is inconsistent, and that is at the root of the problem in Guyana. There's no one institution or body responsible for overseeing building codes and enforcing standards, right? So that is the issue that I have. And so those people who can't see it because you don't live here, or because you have some kind of intellectual disability that prevents you from seeing this level of detail, this is not the time to argue about it, but ask questions. Ask what is the point of these observations. And I'm telling you that the root of these observations is safety. It's building a society or a country that eventually looks like a developed country and feels like a developed country and feels safer to be in, right? And if you don't understand that, then you're simply going to make stupid arguments and stupid comments about whether in fact I'm complaining. No, I'm actually drawing attention to the types of detail that should go into the development that's happening in Guyana. Right, this is the new complex that is being built here. As I said, I'm heading down to, this is a shopping complex. This is like an outlet mall, like Tanger Outlet Mall. So those of you who've been to Tanger Outlet Mall in Riverhead, or you've been to the shops or the malls in Hudson, along the Hudson River, or all along the coast in South Carolina and Georgia and Florida. That's the kind of outlet mall that's being constructed here. I can see they're continuing with the construction further north. I'm going to bring you further developments of this mall. But that's what's happening in this episode. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. In the comments below, tell me what you think about the development of this area. Like I said, this area reminds me of Ontario, Canada in late 90s and between 1995 and 2005, where there was all this vast stretch of land between London, Ontario and Toronto, you know, north of the 401. And that's what it looks like here. That's the feeling I get when I walk through this area. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening in the fastest growing society, economy in the world. It's Rome, Guyana. And over there they're building a warehouse, large warehouse. They've built the foundation. I'm going to show you what it looks like when they start constructing the actual buildings. Share this video. Later!